been thinking about Trump's statement of a powerful military and a general, and they're ready to roll out the vaccine. Oh, I said it. Does that mean my video will be removed? Let's see. And a couple of the commenters, thank you, have made me think a little further into the logistics of such an operation. How would you essentially ensure, just say in the first round, that you'd get 51% of people? Well, this is where I think the first lockdown came into play, and the scrutiny of the first lockdown, people's movement, traffic, how people shopped and where, obviously. And I can only see one logistical solution. If I was sitting there and somebody said to me, right, you've got to get this into a majority, 51% of citizens over the next 8-week period, how would I do it? Well, obviously it would be a second lockdown. It would be stricter than the first lockdown, and I'd only allow certain corporation supermarkets, and you know the ones, to remain open. So in every area you'd have 1 or 2 superstores. I'd also go as far as to allot time slots to age. Yes, I believe that might be coming as well. So over 18, 18 to 24, 24 to 35, etc., etc. That way you're sweeping a demographic and collecting a demographic and a percentage, so you'll know which percentage of people will come at a certain time. By doing this, and putting the military outside each of these superstores, these supermarkets, and the food banks, obviously, can't forget the food banks, you would ensure, and time slots, you would ensure every demographic turns up, and you would be able to record the statistics, even things like lateness, what generation were turning up late or not turning up, etc. It would be statistically the only way I could see that happening, with a limited amount of troops. Because if you were to say, right, we know there's going to be 3,000 stores open only across America, and this would apply to other countries depending on if this were to happen, but if we do see this manifest physically and this threat is carried out, and that was a threat against every citizen in that country, you know, to threatening to use their powerful military against every citizen, it's disgusting for a start. But 3,000 stores open across a country of 345 million, I would imagine that would be around the figure. And then maybe a battalion or half a battalion covering each of those stores, and obviously made up of reserves and drafts from civil service. But that's all I can see at the moment. I don't have a magic crystal ball, as you know, but think about this logistically. If somebody's making a threat and they're going to carry it out, how would they do it? They obviously have a plan, and I can't see any other plan. Door to door, 345 million people door to door, just the logistics of that, and the ground covered, the fuel required writes that off instantly. So it's the only way I can see. Second lockdown, only certain corporation supermarkets allowed to open, and the military waiting outside each and every one, and alongside the food banks as well. Sorry to sound so dire, but when you see the leader of the free world threatening his own citizens with the powerful military, when we are starting to see a lot of people realising that they do not want to take anything that comes from these people into their bodies, then I feel, you know, it is fairly dire, but only time will tell. There's a lot of time in between now and then. If he gets the will to delay the election through this postal scam that they're trying to pull off at the moment, then yeah, I think there will be a time when this becomes a reality for 345 million people. So cheers everyone, and again, sorry to sound so dire on it, but that was a disgusting display of 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 an evil entity. Cheers.